For Nolan Xavier Wells, 18 years old, gone too soon. Mississippi, y'all got some explaining to do. Mississippi, need to release that report. Low down, dirty ass Mississippi. What you hiding? Why you not talking? Why the hell you not saying a damn thing? Talk. I pray the family get a real answers. And no, we the people won't go away. Never, hell no, not today. Mississippi, the Most High gonna really deal with you. July 4th lights, boat ride with the crew. Young King Nolan chasing dreams, Ocean Springs through and through. Horn Island called his name, he relaxing in the blue. 2 days later found on the sand. What happened to you? Independent autopsy dropped, but it's undetermined. Red mark on the back of the head, neck structures missing. Absurd. Stay sitting quiet, toxicology on the shelf. Family screaming for truth, but y'all protecting yourself. Nolan was a star athlete with a future bright. Now his mama crying every single night. Golden trip turned nightmare. Questions in the air. Who was on that island? Why the silence there? Mississippi, need to release that report. Low down, dirty ass Mississippi. What you hide? Why you not talking? Why the hell you not saying a damn thing? Talk. I pray the family get real answers. And no, we the people won't go away. Never, hell no, not today. Mississippi, the Most High gonna really deal with you. Grand jury waiting, but the people still fighting. No severe trauma, they say, but the story don't add up clean. Waves whispering secrets, covering up the scheme. Oh, young black man gone, another one in the South. History repeating, time to open your mouth. What you hiding in them files? Why the delay? Transparency dying, why the family pray? Know the light was shining, future snatched away. Now the whole world watching what Mississippi say. We marching, we posting, we demanding justice loud for every mother losing sons behind that murky cloud. Oh.
I pray the family get real answers.
No more games, no more lies.
No more games, no more lies.
Nolan deserved better, the truth never dies. From the island to the courtroom, we standing tall. Mississippi,
Your reckoning,
gon' come.
one and all.
Finding all. Mississippi, need to release that report. Release it now, release it now, release it now. Need to release that report. Mississippi, what you hiding? Why you not talking? Why the hell you not saying a damn thing? I pray the family get real answers. No, we the people won't go away. Never, hell no, not today, not today. Mississippi, Most High gonna really deal with you. For Nolan Wells, we won't go away. Release the report. Justice now.
All right, hello everyone, and we're back. Okay, so I just wanted to bring you this information. This is going to be a really quick live. Okay, so that'll be said. But hey, I'll still be back later. Okay, don't forget, I will still be back later. So look out for the notifications. Now, if you have not been receiving the notifications, please double check to make sure that you're still subscribed to the channel. But also, you're going to have to do your due diligence, because sometimes, ScrewTube just doesn't send them out to everybody. So with that all being said, check my X account, okay, at DGoddess27. And then also you can check my community tab here on YouTube. Okay, so that being said, I told you guys as we were closing out on the last broadcast, and if you missed that last broadcast, that was very informative, please go back and watch, okay? And I told you all at the end I was coming right back. So let's get into it because now we just so happen to find out who Bart actually is. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, shout out to Taylor Publishing, Taylor House Publishing. Okay, because he's the one that got this information after someone emailed him. Okay, so let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. I'm going to share my screen. Oh, but before we get started, let's have a brief word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes. I almost forgot.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes hair oil at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Kratz. You can also find her products at Walmart.com. And don't forget that she also sells beard oil. Okay, Denise says, so Queen, you can see have you seen my comments? Oh, yes, I did, beloved. Yes, I did. And thank you. Okay, right as I was closing out. And thank you for that. Okay, Child of the Sonic is here. Gloria. Okay. Keel. I hope I said that right. Hey, beloved. Okay. KQB is here. Donna, Tanya. Okay, let's get into it. Everybody hit that like button. Denise Jackson is here. Deronda, Charlotte, Gregory, Wally the Truth, Nellon. Okay. Piper and Lou is here. Mel, Just Anticipate, Lillian X, the most infamous Marty Marr. Okay, let's get into it. Red Wine Entertainment. Okay, everybody hit that like button. Leon, I see you, beloved. Lillian X, D Major, Nita's and Mike's World. Okay, Betty Boop, the Child of Yah. So with that all being said, hey, Dangerous, let's get started. Shout out to all of my loyal royals and everyone tuning into the Queen, and a big shout out to my moderators because y'all know they stay putting in work. So now, of course, I'm going to use an overlay for this because it is not my video. But we're here for the receipts. Let's get into it.
Triton. On the way out, I went with my buddy Bart because we had a lot of friends from college coming down. And Bart, I called Bart that morning. I was like, hey, man, can you take your boat out? And he was like, yeah, well, my dad decided not to go. And I'll take the boat and I'll take you and your friends. Of course. I mean, he's a buddy of mine. And so Bart pulled up at the dock. And I mean, I rode out there with Bart and a lot of the girls that go to college with my friends and I, and Nolan rode out on the Triton. And then we had a Palm Beach, 18 Palm Beach. There was 4 guys on that. There was like 8 people on the Triton. And then there was 8 or 9 people on the Triton. And then there was the rest of the...
Is there anybody on board? How many adults?
Try to jump in and pull the plug, Bart, while you're going. Try to jump in and pull the plug, Bart, while you're going.
Hello, can you hear me?
Try to jump in and pull the plug, Bart, while you're going.
All right. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All praises to the Most High. As the scripture says, all things hidden will be revealed and everything that's done in secret will be exposed on the mountaintop. And that's what we have been doing here at Taylor House Publishing. You heard the Too Smart for School, Warren Hudson, on the interview first with Officer Ruckus, talking about his buddy Bart. Bart this and Bart that. Bart helped us on the boat. My buddy Bart was this. Bart. A lot of girls rolled out there with me and my buddy Bart. Now, also on that distress call, you hear him said, okay, what are you doing, Bart? Jump in and pull the plug. Allegedly, that's what we hear. So everyone has been asking, who is this Bart? And I received the email today from a young lady who was from that area and, are familiar with this group of kids. And She actually sent me some information, once again, with that picture that you now see on the screen. This is the alleged Bart Edmiston Jr. And if you see in that photo, and actually, I can actually take you directly to the website where we got that photo, and you see it right here. Bart Edmiston Jr., 6 feet, weight 190, Ocean Springs, Mississippi. And this is Jones Senior College. Jones College. You see it says previous school Jones College. And he is an alleged punter of all things. You know, regarded as the top punter in the conference. Okay, special teams player of the year. Let's go, Bart. Made his first 7 field goals of the season. Okay. Bart with the strong leg. Hobbies include being on the water, fishing, and hunting. Hidden talent that he's really good at driving a stick shift. Okay, we're going to leave that to be determined. But you see it here, it says previous school Jones College. So if you dig a little bit further, you would see him at Jones College, the Jones College Canes. And here he is, you know, I guess that's Bart with the big leg, punting the ball, Bart Edmiston Jr., guarded as the top punter again, you know, class, weight 190, height 6'0", sophomore from where? Ocean Springs. So we can only assume that this is the Bart whom he's talking about is home from college. Okay, let's go to another school here. Let's go to this one. You see this one. Here it says Bart Edmiston. Looks like he's got a little mustache. And you see he's a punter. Hometown, Ocean Springs, Michigan. One of the top punters in the Mountain West last season. Scroll down further. He is a graduate of Ocean Springs High School. And so we would assume for all intents and purposes that this is the Bart that Warren was talking about. So we must ask ourselves, why does he continuously mention Bart? You know, is he trying to throw the blame off on Bart, or is Bart meticulously involved in maybe some actions that may have contributed to the death or disappearance of Nolan Wells? Now, once again, this is allegedly. We don't know this for sure. But one thing that leads me to believe that it's possibly Bart who may have harmed, allegedly, Nolan is this distress emergency call. As the video showed this morning, we saw our dear sister, beautiful sister, Janetta Brantley, analyze the call. And if you remember, this is what was said at the end of that call.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118 for car insurance. That's how much I was paying, okay? I picked up the car a few months ago, and watch this. Ready? $97 premium, $20 were my fees, $118. Now, I covered up my private information, guys. $39, $118. Check this out. Ready? $500 for comprehensive, $500 for collision, $500 for comprehensive, $500 for collision. Okay.
Sorry about that, beloved. I had to change the batteries in my mouse really quick. Okay, let's continue.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can you all please come? We have a membership. Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
Right there at the end of the call. Let's play it again.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
You clearly hear someone say, "Damn it, Bart." One more time.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Damn it, Bart.
So if you watched the earlier video where she broke down all of the conversations, it's people saying, oh my God, you killed him. And then they're talking about covering up. And then somebody said, is he really dead? And then they said, oh my God, he's really dead. You know, you killed him. Then somebody starts yelling, saying, get the F up, get the F up. And then somebody says, damn it, Bart. So now if somebody's saying, okay, you killed him, and they're panicking, trying to get him up, and then they realize that he's really dead, and so whoever killed him would be the one that you would be like, damn it, man. You know, like, and that's what they said. Now, once again, this is just allegedly, this is my opinion of what happened if this is the Bart that was on the boat, because I know, once again, we're trying to find the truth. But evidently, once again, this is the Bart Edmondson. So we must ask ourselves, well, where is he at? Why isn't he going on this tour like, oh, smart, too smart for school, smarter than the average bear, Warren, who is basically kind of digging and giving us more fuel for the fodder for suspicion for this mysterious death? Once again, they keep trying to say he drowned. It was how did he get into the water? At which point do he just walk away from the island and everybody on the island and just do a scuba dive in the water and drown? That's what nobody has yet to address. And that's what we'll continue to ask. But also, if you listen at a couple of these interviews, I didn't catch it the first time, but catch this. They're deliberately cropping a name out when Warren keeps saying something about this particular person. Now, you see, they kept Bart's name in and they kept Wyatt's name in, but just check this out. Check how they're playing, you know, with the audio in this video.
To my truck, and well, first I ran to my house, then I went to McDonald's and came back, and the boat was already hooked up to my truck. My buddy Wyatt and I went, and with my buddy, and we went, filled the top of the boat.
See that? He said, my buddy Wyatt and I went, and then with my buddies, and it skipped that name. Let's check it again.
Hooked up to my truck, and well, first I ran to my house, then I went to McDonald's and came back, and the boat was already hooked up to my truck. My buddy Wyatt and I went, and with my buddy, and we went, filled the top of the boat.
See that? Now, once again, because I edit videos, I noticed that. Check it one more time.
The boat was already hooked up to my truck. My buddy Wyatt and I went, and with my buddy, and we went.
Okay, so clear as day, we hear him cutting out a name. Who is that name? I want to see. They have no problem with saying Wyatt. They have no problem with saying Bart, probably because they knew Bart's name was on the call and they knew Wyatt's name was on the call. You know, both of those names can be heard, according to our professional engineer, on the call. So therefore, okay, we can't hide that if they're going to release the call. So we have to say their names in the interview. What is that name he left out? Let's go to another part of the interview and you're going to see the same thing.
Now, let me just answer this for Beastie Boy. Says Trayson was there, Jada was there. Why they only killed Nolan then? Well, here's the thing. Trayson and Javon were not there. Javon left before they did, and Trayson was on a whole nother boat. Okay, neither Javon nor Trayson were on the same boat. And also, it has been reported, and I don't know if this is true or not, so I'll say allegedly, but it has been reported that allegedly Javon was blocked from getting on the boat. That he was blocked from getting on the boat. If you all remember that, I told you all that about 2 weeks ago. They said that Javon wanted to get on the boat, but they told him there was no room. Okay, so please pay attention.
On the different interview,
you're on the boat now. The water's getting up to the point where the boat may be disabled to where you couldn't get it out from Horn Island. So what happens after that?
Wyatt jumps to the water, tries to throw a rear anchor, and my buddy Bart,
right sitting there. You see it? They skipped that one. Wyatt and my buddy, and then
that.
Wyatt jumps to the water, tries to throw a rear anchor, and my buddy Bart, you're sitting.
You see that quick edit? They left out another name. Who is that name?
Wyatt jumps to the water, tries to throw a rear anchor, and My buddy Bart.
That's my wife in the truck here in Cobb County, Georgia.
Yeah.
So that was so slick of them. I didn't even catch that. But then again, I didn't listen to the entire interview. Okay. Because Rage Bait 'em Tatum is just too much.
Oh, we can stop it right there because once again, we see that these things are edited and they are leaving out certain parts of the story, which, I mean, this is obvious, but nevertheless, we now know who this mysterious Bart character is. And once again, we'll put him on the screen. This is Bart Edmondson Jr. And he is a major player, but he is not parading around. Even Wyatt, I think, made a Facebook post, or his brother made a Facebook post. And now we have this guy, Warren Hudson, who's just making a complete shenanigan of himself going around with these interviews. But we're going to do some more digging, see who this Bart guy is. Definitely looks like the Bart from Ocean Springs who's home from college, who is a punter. His father was a punter, they said. So he comes from a long line of punters in the Mississippi state. And so we're going to keep an eye on this. Once again, there's a lot of information coming out. And we're going to stay vigilant. We're going to stay focused because the scripture says, take no part in the works of darkness, rather expose them. The next verse says, for it is a shame to even speak about the things that they do in secret. And this is what's happening. They're doing a lot of things in secret, and we're trying to keep those things exposed. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Please keep the information coming. Keep the questions coming, because the more minds, that contribute to this investigation, then the more information will come out. But as always, I thank y'all for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. And as always, I pray you have peace and blessings.
Okay, so again, okay, and so with that being said, shout out again to Taylor House Publishing. And I want you all to pay attention to how I used his commentary, okay? And I gave him the credit. I didn't clip his video and take his receipts and act as though I'm the one who came up with them, like Wig number 2 does. You see, because that's what you don't do. You want to always be fair and give people their credit, okay? And stop trying to act like you found out everything on your own and taking the credit for other people's work and receipts, okay? That's only what immoral people do, people with no ethics and who want to clout chase. Now, with that being said, I like that he quotes the scripture. And another scripture that I would like to quote is Psalm 83:5. Okay, they are confederate against my people. Okay, these people plot in secret. I want you all to pay attention. That's what the enemy does. The enemy takes secret plans against God's people and those he protects. They want to destroy Israel, which is us, so that no one remembers their name as a nation. Okay, so please pay attention to that. The crafty counsel, actually, in its entirety, Psalm 83:5 says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Okay, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. All right, and that's the absolute truth. Now, with that being said, I absolutely didn't notice that they had clipped that, like I told you all. So that was a good catch. Okay, so now let's go to this FBI expert, supposedly, the one that I showed you all earlier on the previous broadcast. And again, if you missed the first broadcast, please be sure to go back and watch. I'm going to clip it later so that you don't have to go through the whole thing if you choose not to. But here's the thing. Now, this woman's already come out and told us that she thinks there's nothing to see here, folks. There's no evidence of foul play. And so I'm just wondering why she doesn't have some of the same receipts, if not all, that we, in fact, have. Okay? But let's get into it. She appeared on News Nation.
The 18-year-old whose death during a 4th of July boat trip to a remote Mississippi island is igniting nationwide debate. Jennifer, I want to take a moment to hear what Stephen A. Smith said about this case on Cuomo just a few days ago.
We already saw what Stephen A. Smith said. Well, let's go back to what she said.
19-year-old young woman who Nolan was last seen speaking to. Now, his friend said he chose to stay behind on Horn Island, but with that woman. But the woman's sister is claiming that's not true. He was ready to get back on the boat that he came on. Are all these differing accounts and a lack of understanding concerning to you?
Well, I think two things can be true at once. It makes sense that he went off to see about a girl, as they say, and that they had conversation and that he decided to go back and be with friends. So I think it's more of a timing issue rather than something that is untrue on either end. I think both can be true at the same time.
Nolan's death is going to the Mississippi grand jury. The DA said something interesting, that the evidence will not be public until the grand jury reviews it first. The DA says this is to protect the integrity of the investigation and that the grand jury will ultimately decide if someone will be charged. Jennifer, do you believe someone could be charged in his death? Is this just an accident gone terribly wrong?
Well, with what we know, in other words, review of all the surveillance information we have, with actually getting to hear from one of the witnesses, one of his best friends that was there throughout the situation, listening to the calls that were made, the Coast Guard contact, as well as the riptide situation in that area. When you add it all together, what we see publicly seems to be an accident. Having said that, of course, there's going to be information. 60 witnesses interviewed. I doubt if this, from what we know, will come back with the truth.
All right. Hopefully the families, both families, get some answers. Jennifer Coffindaffer.
Okay, so I want you all to pay attention to the fact that she said that they have gotten the evidence of the calls when they were in touch with the Coast Guard. So she clearly has heard the same audio that we've heard. Okay, please pay attention. So if she literally admitted that they got the information from the Coast Guard, those calls. So you mean to tell me they didn't hear the stuff that we heard in the background? They didn't hear the stuff we heard in the background. And here's the thing. It is not doctored. It is not AI. Okay, because let's not forget that TMZ was the first to report it. And Harvey Levin is an attorney himself. So, of course, he would know better than to post something without having verified it or knowing that it was authentic. Okay, so this is what they do. This is what they do. They try to paint these fictitious narratives to try and just try to gloss over certain parts of the evidence, key parts, if you ask me, that they just don't want to be so, or they just don't want people to know about or pay attention to. You see, because most of the MAGA minions, well, no, not most. I'm sorry. What was I thinking? All of the MAGA minions would absolutely believe them before they believe any of us, no matter what proof and receipts we showed them. Okay, this is why Trump can tell them all sorts of lies and they absolutely believe it. And the lies don't even make sense. And how do they not know at this point that Trump's a whole pathological liar? They probably do know and they just don't care. So there's that. And I've told you all countless numbers of times that the MAGA minions don't care anything about facts, proof, or receipt. All they care about is blood and revenue and painting their narratives and harassing and obsessing over people who look like me. Okay, that's it and that's all. So with that all being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Please like and share. Don't forget to tune in later because I will be back. Okay, I love you all to life. I hope you enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Until next time, beloveds, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember to keep the Most High first in your lives. Until next time, peace.
Mississippi Delta. Still crying the same tears. From Emmett to Nolan, how many more years? Copper blood in these waters, Most High see us here. Peace be still, but the truth gonna appear. Emmett Till, young boy whistling in the store. White lies turned to lynch and dragged him from the door. Beaten, shot river, swallowed him whole. Open casket, mama showed the world his soul. Nolan Wells, 18, boat ride on the 4th. Only black in the circle, now they say he drowned 4. Horn Island whispers, friends came back without him. Mississippi history, still hunting, still doubting. Same state, same pain, different name. Black boy lost in the Delta rain. When will it change? Lord, when will it change? Ancestors screaming, we never left this stage. 1955, Chicago boy down south for the summer breeze. Money, Mississippi, wrong place for a black team to breathe. Brian stole maybe a whistle, maybe just a smile. Jim Crow code broken, now they coming in the night. Wild Roy and Malone snatched him from his uncle's floor. Tortured that baby, Fanta round, body in the Tallahatchie roar. Mutilated face, mama said, let the world see. Acquitted by all white jury, not guilty, set him free. Sparked the movement, Montgomery rose from the flames. But the Delta dirt still holding black boys' names. Emmett was 14, just a child in his prime, lynched for existing in a twisted mind. Emmett Till, Nolan well, Delta shadows ringing bells. Black life cheap in these haunted lands. Most High coming with justice in his hands. 2026 July 4th, independence gone wrong. Broke the Horn Island with the crew, singing freedom songs. 18 years young, big heart, only copper in the mix. Friends white as the judge that let killers walk in. 55 disappeared that day, body found on the shore 2 nights later. They say drowning, no foul play, but the family know better. Questions swimming deeper than the Gulf, water's cold. Why leave your phone? Why the silence from the foe? Mississippi again, history echoing loud. Been crunk, calling for truth, independent, autopsy proud. Was it accident or the past rising from the mud? Black boy with white friends, trust issues in our blood.
Why the same soil claim my sons? Ancestor never left. We still the chosen one.
From Till's open casket to Nolan's unanswered call. In time signs, Leviathan rising, watch the fall. No hate, just black love, we hold each other tight. But stop crashing out on each other and demand what's right.
Peace be still.
Through the storm we prevail.
Father's child.
We shall not fail. Both in Mississippi, Delta's cruel embrace. One lynched open, one body lost without a trace. Emmett's killers brag after the verdict came. Nolan's story fogged in speculation and shame. 14 or 18, young kings taken too soon. Waters claim the bodies, but the spirit touched the moon. Same fear, same doubt, same racist undercurrent flow. But we wiser now, cameras, voices won't let go. Indigenous copper, mountain builder stand tall. We walk together, ancestors answer the call. No more silent nights, no more cover graves. Justice for Emmett, justice for Nolan. Raise the blade. Hell no. But our spirit never fell. We got black love revolution now. Most High know my heart, make it right somehow.
Peace be still.
Peace be still. From Till to West, the story's still real. Let the world see, let the truth be free.